What's up, Guardians? Profane here. Thanks for checking out the video. We've seen a lot of powerful weapons get introduced into Destiny since the release of the Final Shape expansion, but with Frontiers just a few months away, the ability to obtain some of these Final Shape exclusive weapons will be lost. Episode-related content will be removed from Destiny to make way for all the new content that Frontiers will introduce, which means that all the legendary weapons that can be earned from Heresy, Echoes, and Revenant will be removed as well. There's a chance that we could see some of these weapons return in the future and be made available through Xur or even Banshee, but there's no way to know when and if that would happen, which brings us to the reason for today's video. We're going to be checking out 8 legendary weapons that you do not want to miss out on getting god rolls for. As I mentioned before, we've seen a lot of powerful weapons get introduced throughout these most recent episodes, but we've narrowed that list down to the top 8 weapons that you need to be sure to have before Frontiers launches. Frontiers has no official release date at the time of this video, but you can expect to see this new expansion drop towards the end of the summer, which could put its release sometime around July. So you've still got plenty of time to farm, but that clock is ticking. With that said, let's check out the weapons that you cannot afford to miss out on. Our first group of weapons can be obtained through Failsafe at the helm. Failsafe offers 2 different weapon sets, with one themed around the Vex and the other around Saint 14. The Vex-themed weapons can be crafted, but the revised Saint 14 weapons cannot. Out of these 2 sets, we have some incredible standouts. The Aberrant Action is a solar rocket sidearm, which has become an extremely powerful archetype. What's unique about this one is that it offers trade options of Incandescent, which is great for ad clear. This weapon features the Radiolarian origin trait, so it creates fields that damage enemies over time. So by adding Incandescent into the mix, we'll have a ton of success at clearing through mobs of enemies. The Aberrant Action also offers Heal Clip, which provides health restoration for you and nearby allies, which makes it a great option for in-game content. With a craftable option available, the Aberrant Action is without a doubt a weapon that you do not want to miss out on. Another standout Vex-inspired weapon is the Lost Signal, and this is an area denial grenade launcher. The field of energy that's left behind from this grenade launcher deals continuous damage over 4 seconds, giving you a similar benefit as to the Wither Horde, which can make this a great option to use in damage rotations. This shares the same origin trait as the Aberrant Action, which gives it a considerable advantage against big groups of enemies. This grenade launcher offers a lot of great combinations between its 3rd and 4th columns, but I think the combination of auto-reloading with either One for All or Unrelenting is one of the best all-around options. Martyr's Retribution is another standout grenade launcher that you need to get your hands on. This is a solar wave frame grenade launcher. The Cast No Shadows origin trait makes this a great option to run with melee-centric builds, as melee hits load ammo into the mag directly from reserves. There's 2 standout combinations that I like with this weapon. Heal Clip and Incandescent is the first, with Demolitionist and Adrenaline Junkie as the second. The Perfect Paradox is the last standout weapon that you'll be able to get through Failsafe. This rapid-fire kinetic shotgun is a monster at point-blank range. It's fast, it's powerful, and because of the Cast No Shadows origin trait, it's going to fit nicely into the hands of a Titan, or any melee-centric build. Having Pugilist in this weapon's 3rd column will help us regenerate powered melee energy, and with Trench Barrel in the 4th column will give the Perfect Paradox a 50% increase in damage after we use our melee. But on the flip side, we could go for 1-2 Punch, which would grant our melee abilities with a 100% increase in damage after hitting enemies with the Perfect Paradox. Our next group of weapons comes from Heresy. These weapons cannot be crafted, but they can drop with extra trade options, and even as Adept. We've gotten a lot of interesting weapons out of this new episode, but there's 2 weapons that stand out above the rest. The first is the Adamantite Support Frame Auto Rifle. This is an interesting archetype, as it allows its wielder to heal nearby allies. This is a strained weapon, so it fits into the kinetic slot. That also means that it's going to synergize with strained affinities, like Unravel and Sever. This is without a doubt one of the most versatile weapons that Heresy offers, as it comes loaded with great trade options. Unrelenting, Reciprocity, and Circle of Life are all going to play off of and amplify this weapon's ability to heal, but traits like Slice and Tear will help reduce your enemy's damage output, with traits like Demolitionist, Subsistence, Hatchlings, and Elemental Honing helping you maximize on your damage output. So there's a lot of ways that you can play into this weapon, which is all the more reason why you need to get it before it's too late. Another standout option out of Heresy has been the Psychopomp Area Denial Grenade Launcher. This has had a lot of strong synergy with bolt charges, and a lot of that is thanks to the inclusion of the 4th column trait called Rolling Storm, which builds up additional stacks of bolt charges as you defeat enemies with this weapon. But this weapon's superiority extends far beyond its synergy with bolt charges. Envious Arsenal and Demolitionist put this in a unique position to be used in a damage rotation, but with Elemental Honing in the 4th column, we could give this weapon as much as a 35% increase in damage. There's also the wildly underrated option of Unrelenting, which would provide us with health back whenever landing rapid final blows. Once Frontiers launches, all of the ritual vendors like Lord Shax, Zavala, and Drifter will offer new loot. You'll still be able to obtain current weapons and armor through their focusing menus, but in the case of Nightfall weapons, you're only going to be able to get Adept options out of the new rotation of weapons. Adept weapons provide more weapon mod options and come with boosted stats, and there's 2 standout options within our current rotation of Nightfall weapons that you really need to get your hands on before it's too late. The first is the Rake Angle, and say what you will about glaives, but this stasis glaive is absolutely phenomenal. One of the leading contributors to this weapon's greatness is the addition of Chill Clip in its 4th column. This gives you the ability to slow and freeze enemies on powered shots, which is an incredible advantage to have when this archetype is putting you right into the belly of the beast. I love the inclusion of Lead from Gold in the 3rd column to be able to improve on this weapon's special ammo economy, but replenishing Ages would prevent us from having to reload, helping us maintain the benefits of Chill Clip. This weapon comes with the option of 2 incredible origin traits. Vanguard's Vindication would provide us with a small amount of health back whenever landing rapid final blows, but when champions are present, Stunning Recovery is going to refill our magazine while providing us with health restoration and recovery whenever a champion is stunned, and with Chill Clip we're able to stun both Overload and Unstoppable champions. The final Adept Nightfall weapon that you need to get your hands on is the Lotus-Eater. This is another rocket sidearm, but this one is grape flavored. For a void weapon, there's no greater combination of traits than Destabilizing and Repulsor Brace. You're getting equal benefits towards survival and ad clear, but this weapon also offers Reconstruction, which would massively overflow our magazine, and with a 4th column trait like One For All, we'd be able to maintain a 35% increase in damage. With boosted stats and extra weapon mod options, an Adept version of this weapon will be a great tool to have going into Frontiers, just as all the other weapons on this list will be. So in the remaining time that we have here in Final Shape, be sure to get yourself these incredible weapons. If there's any other weapon that's getting taken off the shelf that you feel is worth grinding, then be sure to let us know what that is down in the comments. That's going to wrap things up for today's video, but thank you as always for checking it out. If you enjoyed and found it helpful, then be sure to hit that like button below, along with the subscribe button if you're new. Both are greatly appreciated, and both really do help support the channel. And until next time, Guardians, this has been Profane, wishing you all some happy hunting.